In charge, the rampant Catalans to go back to the bleak midwinter in February when the Leeds Rhinos went to the Stade Gilbert Brutus and did a job on the Dragons. Since then, they've swept everything in their path away. Last weekend, the league leaders St Helens were whipped 42. Jamie Shaw. And now Richard Horne just shipping it from left to right as Hull looking to set the platform. Josh Bowden, he's the beneficiary for Liam Watts' lost passport, wherever it may be, amongst the Watts resident in his sock drawer or wherever their passport is. And here's a chance, stretching out and knocking on. Well, it was very...
It's the old favourite. His grip wasn't good enough, and Henderson just manages to dislodge it.
I think have moved up to 5th on the league ladder, having defeated the London Broncos 38-22, and Shaw busts through and gets ankle tapped, offloads wildly. Well, Hull will not thank him for that. Ever so well he did to get through the line in the first place, but then maybe just didn't have the pace.
25 carries, as he would hope to do on a normal game. We'll wait and see.
Richard Horne threatened to offload, did in the end, and again it's Jamie Shaw, and Shaw put the foot down to the floor and managed to squirm out of 2 tackles, but eventually was knocked down by Lima. Play on, says Phil Bentham, as Hull looked at maybe a penalty, a little kick through, and it's well collected by Pomeroy, and this man is the quickest player on the pitch. He's going to go the length here unless Hull can get across VAR line, and Morgan Escaré is going to go into the lead in the top try-scoring stakes in Super League, and he's put Catalan in front here with a length of the field try, the lightning quick.
And in broken field, as soon as he gets hold of the ball from the offload from Pomeroy, it was a foot race between him and Jamie Shaw, and he just keeps his composure. He knows that he's got the pace. He goes around Tom Lynham, tries to get better field position. Ben Crooks
coming off the bench, Aaron Herremar, but having to start this match. Leon Price, well, he dummied there and he threatened to go through. Chris Stewson made the tackle. Messi play the ball. Off the foot says Phil Bentham, play on. Last tackle here for the Dragons. Thomas Bosk is the man pulling the strings. And it's a flying catch and a flying try. And it's Michael Oldfield who scored a hat-trick last weekend against St Helens, who scored for the Dragons here.
Player. Is he within the 10 metres?
It doesn't change direction, it's always going at the same pace, so it means that Oldfield can judge his leap to perfection, knows
where in his sleeve here, or would it be Leon Price who directs the orchestra? It will. Price just grubbers one through, tripping up was Elliot Whitehead. Well, I'll tell you what, they've got away with one there.
I thought that was going to be a penalty run.
What he wants to do, you feel certain that Leon Price has done the same thing on that right side, because there's 2 players in the chase to pick that ball up.
And both Hull defenders only had eyes
to adjudicate. Well, there's no try. You can see here 3 players have to come in to wrap him up, though.
You're not there,
the fuel gauge will be getting close to empty here. Henderson offloads. It's a forward pass. It would have been a try.
But because Hull FC are committing 3-4 men to a tackle, they're going to be short, and soon as
the 10 metres line. Knocking on the door, Hull FC here. A couple of chances. They badly need a try. Here is the new athletic version of Pekka Palliasino with a little step. Herremar. A low pass that Ellis had to stoop for. Gareth Ellis is over. Gareth Ellis, the Hull FC captain.
Some strike. They've got some power. And he picks the ball up. Just the little footwork at the line is enough to get over.
Almost through. Liner makes an important tackle. A couple of tackles left for the Dragons. Price has his hands on the ball once more. Leon Price crabbing sideways. Still going Price. Straight out now, Leon Price, and couldn't find someone in his shoulder. Quick play the ball from the Catalan Dragons. Is that going to be a try? It will be. That's a try. Looks like Garcia, and Garcia's gone over underneath.
Well, Benjamin Garcia scored the try, but how much time makes it so much easier for the man who gets out from dummy half. The markers aren't set. Good play, ball in 2 hands. And then all of a sudden he tucks it under his right wing and takes Jamie Shaw over. Does he drop that?
The Cassidy. Rankin, stuttering staccato steps of Rankin. Drops it off to Ellis, who drops the ball. Knock on the damage.
It's a great shot from Elliot Whitehead. He's having a tremendous season.
Didn't want to go punting the ball into touch. Got the Dragons on the front foot again. This time it's Muniz stepping through, and a few half gaps appearing in the Hull FC defence.
And that was only the 6th penalty of this game, 3 apiece.
Leon Price has gone through a hole. Price offloads. He's got Escaré inside him, Daryl Millard. He doesn't need the flying fullback, and Daryl Millard goes over in the corner himself.
Receiving the ball. He just brought it back in, Leon Price, kept his feet. A beautiful pass. And Daryl Millard bought himself.
Play the ball, and eventually it is played. Now they get moving with some more tempo. Richard Horn! Horn's going to score! Horn has got the ball down, has he?
I think he's dropped this.
That's the question.
I think he's dropped it. I think there's an obstruction in before just as well. So
if you're in a position to put the ball down over the stripe, holy moly.
Well, he certainly lost the ball. I think Escaré.
No try indeed. Richard in back play, always looking to be the man receiving the offload. Price spins out a pass.
And that's smart, that. He knows that it looks like Zebte.
Just have a little look at Zebte. He relaxes. He's having a little look at the ball that's gone in front of him. He wasn't expecting that tackle.
He's told again.
Back up! Jamie! Come on, one. That's all right.
The yardage they're making is impressive. Price. Well, that's been picked up on the floor by Escaré. I think eventually, well, I don't know what's going on there. It's a schmozzle. It'll be a try to Millard, and I bet you any money this will go to the video referee. Yeah. Daryl Millard touches down. Will it be his second try of the game? It was a schmozzle, Stuart, was it not?
We'll probably see better from this angle, Barry.
I'll have your 10p on it, Stuart. Watch Escaré. Watch him.
No, he didn't touch it.
I don't see it.
I think that goes backwards. I think that's all right. The only thing you might want to have a look at there is the pullback on the whole player. And here Phil Bentham in the background. Is he prevented from getting towards the ball? Certainly as far as what's happened with the ball, I don't think there's anything wrong there. So providing there's no pullback on the whole player and he's not prevented from getting to the ball, then this would be a try.
Well, there you are then. Try disallowed. Set him out to Saar with a good run for his new club. Hull FC had been a spell at rugby union, but getting straight back into the Super League swing of things. That's a pass that's gone behind too many players. It's picked up by Yeaman. It's now collected by Talanoa, and Talanoa's broken through. Talanoa, brilliant ball, brilliant offload, superb try for Kurt Yeaman. That was made.
And we've talked about Kurt Yeaman and not scoring too many points, too many tries this year. Look at that, Morgan Escaré has no chance. Kurt Yeaman puts that ball and puts Hull FC.
Latest penalty awarded by referee Phil Bentham. Heremiah had to work hard this afternoon with no Danny Houghton in the side. Gareth Ellis offloads back to Heremiah. Heremiah running across the 10-metre line, drops it off to Westerman. Westerman in the rather snazzy matching boots to the Hull FC kit. He finds Rankin, and Rankin again running across the field of play, spots half a gap, spotting almost a gap that developed into a fully blown opportunity. Heremiah for Hull, who are now on top despite trailing on the scoreboard. Westerman, Shaw for the line. Jamie Shaw makes it back-to-back tries for Hull FC. Jamie Shaw.
It's the work done by those offloads that's creating little fractures in the defensive line of the Dragons. And they're now having to do some...
Just get the kick away in the right spot on the field. That'll be their game plan here. Elliot Whitehead drives it forward. Richard Horn has pulled it free, and that's a penalty. That's a penalty. That really is a basic error. Now they're 4 in front. Thomas Bosch, you see, this is at the stage of the match where the unmissable becomes missable. And this would not be unmissable in any circumstances, and he's missed it, has he? Yes.
20 drop out.
So 20-metre drop in this sequence. Is it the last chance for Hull FC also? What can they conjure up? The ball is going to go into the air. The Dragons' hearts are beating a little faster. It could be a try. It won't be a try. It could have been. It was there in the grass, the fingertips. It was a tactic that was en vogue a few years ago. The kick from the scrum.
No, a couple of players stick the ball off scoring the match-winning try, surely.
Came off the head of Yeaman.